Authorities now offering a $10,000 reward. They are looking for at least 2 suspects linked to a brutal mass shooting in the San Joaquin Valley. The 6 victims were shot and killed execution style. They include a 16-year-old mother and her 10-month-old baby.
Now investigators are scrambling to figure out why so many people were targeted in the vicious crime. KTLA's Chris Wolf here in studio with the latest on the investigation. Chris?
Micah, Sandra, the local sheriff says while neighbors are understandably horrified by what he calls a massacre, they should not fear for their own safety. He says the victims were targeted and that the home has a history of criminal activity.
Goshen, California, near Fresno, the scene of a family massacre in the early morning hours of Monday. Now Tulare County Sheriff Mike Boudreau is talking to reporters as the search for the killers continues. 6 victims, including a 16-year-old mother and her 10-month-old baby, were shot execution style.
What we have since learned through forensics, that it was clear that the shooters stood over the top of the 16-year-old mother and fired rounds into her head. The 10-month-old infant also suffered from the same attack.
They are members of the Perez family, and the other victims range in age from 19 to 72, including a grandmother shot dead as she slept. 3 survivors were able to escape harm by hiding during the surprise attack and calling for help as the gunman fired nearly 24 shots.
She believes somebody may be inside the house. She's in the trailer. She believes the subjects are inside the house. There's 5 adults and 1 baby. She can still hear these shots.
Make no mistake, I'm not saying that this is a cartel, but also be clear that I am not eliminating that possibility. These people were clearly shot in the head, and they were also shot in places that the shooter would know that quick death would occur.
The home is known to law enforcement. Personnel served a search warrant earlier this month and found guns, ammunition, and drugs.
It is very clear that this family was a target and that there are gang associations involved as well as drug investigations with us in this home. But let me make this very clear. Not all these people in this home were gang members, and not all of these people in this home were drug dealers.
The sheriff is now asking everyone who lives near the crime scene and surrounding area to look through any home security footage for critical evidence. Authorities are looking for at least 2, maybe 3 suspects. I'm Chris Wolf. Micah, Sandra, back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you for.
Welcome back to Rooster Crowing TV, y'all. It's been a minute, but we back, you heard me. Hey, before we dive deep, keep in mind it costs $0.00 to hit that subscribe button right now. And I even be fair and price match and do the same thing if you hit that like button right now. You feel me? Man, let's get into this clip. You guys just watched that news clip, right? Bro, there's no way this thing is not a cartel hit. There's just no way it's not a cartel hit. I mean, other people do clean out houses too. But how gruesome this article is and just this whole story is, that's usually an order from above to don't leave nothing breathing, not even the dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what this sounded like. They didn't spare anybody, not even a 10-month-old baby. Now, put your detective hat on. Put all the movies you don't watch together. Make everything make sense. All the first 48s you don't see, put it together and make it make sense, bro. Usually when an order like this come down, where does it come down from? I refuse to believe it was just some random teenage drug hit. Nah. Let's read a little bit of this article right here. The body of the 16-year-old girl was found crumpled outside the home, along with her dead 10-month-old son. It was clear to investigators who came upon the scene in the early hours of Monday morning that the young mother had tried to run away with her baby in her arms. but forensic evidence shows she had been caught before she could escape, and both she and her baby were shot in the forehead from above, execution style. There's no way you're going to convince me that this was just some junkies trying to rob a household, especially if they already got a, rap sheet in that community of being a busy family. They're active. They're active. Whoever they get their supplies from, they answer to somebody. Like I said, this is not random. Let's go on. 4 other people, including a grandmother asleep in her bed, were killed with similar cold professionalism in the rampage at a family compound in the farm town of God's Hand. I probably pronounced that town name wrong, but it is what it is. So this is a farming town. Man, listen, if you know anything about farming towns, especially like this one over here in California, man, what's that one place I'm thinking about? It's in Cali, where once upon a time there was a boom in marijuana sale. I think it's called Murder Mountains. You feel me? Well, it's Murder Mountain in California. I'm probably getting that mixed up. But places like that, people go missing on the daily. People get killed on the daily. You know what I mean? But long story short, farming towns like this, man, they're active in the game more than we think. They're active in the game more than we think. You feel me? An example. Let's say shows like the Ozarks. They put it right in your face. White family doing pretty well in the cities, move to a small town where their business associates, they own farms and they own casinos. You know what I'm saying? And these farms and casinos, what do you think they're used for? Just a little example. You know what I mean? So these small towns, like these farming towns, these people, these families, they're in the game. You know what I mean? I'm not saying all of them, but especially like a family like this that you hear the sheriff telling you like they're known, for like a trouble past or whatever it is. Like they're active, bro. You know what I mean? So they're plugged in with somebody, some kind of cartel. You feel me? So let's read on. It said, speaking to reporters a few hours after this, deputies have responded to the violent scenes. Tulare County Sheriff Mike B. characterized the massacre as a targeted attack by an unsuspected drug cartel. See, even this deputy right here feel like this whole thing could be, from a drug cartel. The drug cartel, in his word, what else could explain the depravity of executing a baby? That's what I'm saying. Like this whole thing right here, that right there for me is more than enough to let me know that some kind of order came down. Somebody in this family violated somebody else, or they crossed some kind of line. They did something that could not be forgiven in the world that they all live in. You know what I mean? When it comes down to that, it had to be. Those 3 people that got away, they're only alive because they got away. That's it. But they weren't supposed to get away. This is crazy, bro. So investigators said they're looking for at least 2 shooters. At least 2 shooters. The victims, many of whom were related and range in age 72 to 10-month-old. They were all shot in the head. Bro. Then, they stood over an entire family, bro. They stood over an entire family. Man, listen, I know we're all trying to live the American dream. But sometimes you gotta ask yourself, man, is that shit really worth it, taking certain routes? I mean, damn, like, somebody just try to end your entire bloodline in the matter of minutes. 3 people got away. But think about it, man. Somebody just try to end your entire existence, your bloodline, your legacy. They try to stop your entire family in track in one night. So sometimes you really gotta ask yourself, man, is this shit really worth it? If you can ask that 16-year-old girl and her 10-month-old right now, I guarantee you the answer is no. The grandmother who got shot in the head while she slept, sounds like a bunch of innocent people. They're all gone, more than likely based off the actions of one person. Or it could be a family thing. Once again, is it really worth it? Somebody stood over the entire family, bro. That's crazy. Let's talk about it in the comment section, man. Till next time.